All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to talk about a really powerful, kind of counterintuitive idea. Why aiming for massive 10x growth in your life and your wealth can actually be easier than just trying to get small, incremental gains. It really all comes down to a fundamental shift in how you think.
I know, that sounds totally backward, doesn't it? I mean, if 10x growth was so easy, everybody would be doing it, right? But when you really start to explore that question, you uncover this incredible truth about what success and effort really look like, and how we so often trap ourselves by just thinking way too small.
See, here's the thing. A 2x mindset, it tricks you. It makes you think, okay, I just need to double my effort. But that's a one-way ticket to burnout and more complexity, and it just keeps you stuck, running in the same old race. But the 10x mindset, it's not about working 10 times harder, not at all. It's about changing the game completely. It forces you to find a whole new way of doing things, which, amazingly, often makes the whole process simpler and a lot less stressful.
Let me tell you a quick story that just perfectly illustrates this trap in the real world. There's this super diligent saver, we'll call him Zhao Ming. He worked and saved like crazy for 5 years to get a down payment for an apartment. He did everything you're supposed to do. But when he was finally ready to buy, housing prices had doubled. So despite all that hard work and sacrifice, he was actually further away from his goal. His steady, linear saving just had no chance against exponential inflation.
So how in the world do you escape that trap? Well, the whole journey really begins with your first big milestone, getting your hands on your first $10,000. Now look, that amount isn't going to buy you a mansion, obviously, but its real power isn't financial. It's psychological.
This first nest egg is a total game changer. For one, it proves to your own brain that you can hit financial goals. It creates this incredible momentum. But maybe most importantly, it gives you a safety net. I mean, think about this for a second. Nearly 60% of Americans can't even cover a surprise $1,000 bill. When you have this fund, you are no longer making decisions out of fear or desperation. You finally have the freedom to choose.
Okay, so once you have that foundation, you need a clear blueprint for what comes next. And you can think of it like this. Are you a gambler, just hoping for one big lucky payout? Or are you a farmer, someone who patiently plants seeds because they know it will lead to a guaranteed harvest down the road? Yeah, we're going to be farmers.
And the farmer's plan, it's really just 2 simple stages. First up is the accumulation stage. Your one and only job here is to build your capital. You focus everything you have on growth to make that snowball of yours as big as you possibly can. And then you hit the cash flow stage. This is where you switch gears. You take that big pile of capital and you convert it into assets that generate passive income, letting your money work for you, buying back your time.
Now, having a solid plan is great, but the 10x mindset, that is the real accelerator. This is what pours gasoline on the fire. It's what makes the entire journey not just faster, but honestly way more fulfilling.
The engine that drives all of this 10x thinking is the 80-20 principle. You've probably heard of it, right? It's the idea that about 80% of your results will come from just 20% of your actions. So the secret isn't to do more stuff. The secret is to find that vital 20%, those few high-impact tasks, and then focus on them like a laser, while pretty much ignoring everything else.
And what this really means is that 10x growth is actually about strategic subtraction, not addition. You have to get ruthless about cutting out that 80% of low-value tasks, the distractions, the obligations that are just holding you back. The goal is to do less, but to do what's left exceptionally well.
I mean, just look at the YouTuber Mr. Beast. He realized that just cranking out a ton of average videos wasn't going to get him where he wanted to go. So what did he do? He started creating fewer videos, but made them far more spectacular. His insight was that a video that's maybe just 10% better can get 400% more views. That's the 10x mindset in action. He didn't just work harder, he completely changed the rules of the game.
What all of this really boils down to is making a fundamental shift from scarcity to abundance. A scarcity mindset is totally driven by fear. It sees a limited pie and it just fights for its slice. But an abundance mindset, that's driven by vision, by creativity. It doesn't worry about getting a slice because it's focused on making the whole pie bigger for everybody.
You know, let's be really clear about something.
This whole plan, this mindset, it isn't really about accumulating digits in a bank account. That's just a side effect. The real prize, the true goal, is using these tools to buy back your most valuable, non-renewable asset, your time. It is all about earning the freedom to live a life based on purpose, not just necessity.
So here's the bottom line. The path to exponential growth, it's not some crazy, impossible fantasy. It's often simpler and way more direct than the slow, painful, grinding path that most people are on. The blueprint is clear, the mindset is defined. So the real journey starts right now. And the only question left is the one right there on your screen.